Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dunker's Domain. Hello. It's a YouTube video. And this economy? Yeah, welcome to the intro. This is the intro for Dunker's Domain. Yeah, because my intro and outro, after using it for 7 years, is all of a sudden copyrighted. Woo! Hello everyone. Welcome back to Dunker's Domain. I don't know what my intro's gonna be. It's gonna be decided in post. Anyway, what you're here for is the FNAF video. I've had this one of these theories has only been here for like a week or two because one of them's about the Help Wanted 2 trailer, which that comes out tomorrow. I've been trying to do this for a few days, but now it is now coming out tomorrow. So that's exciting. But yeah, one of the theories is about the Help Wanted 2 trailer. I have a theory about FNAF Ruin, the ending, and then like a Ruin in general, I guess, or the Pizzaplex. So I'm gonna do my best to keep this as structured as possible because I tend to bounce back and forth. But we're just gonna start with the first one, rip the band-aid off. The game coming out tomorrow, FNAF Help Wanted 2. Now I'm sure by now everyone's seen the trailer. What I was, I guess, not more curious about, what stood out to me was the endo sequence. When because everyone's talked about the trailer, which I feel like it's been almost, I wouldn't say too much talked about, but you can only say so many things, like, no matter who views it. But what I've seen no one talk about is the sequence when you're matching the pictures in the endo daycare. And you're like, oh yeah, there's an endo in front of you, and then like a few seconds later in the video, you see like off to the right, we have to flash the camera because the rest of the endos are in the room going, hello there. But what no one's saying is the matching part. We get it wrong. We see the X. We match, I think, like a birthday cake with a kid. We get it wrong. And the endo goes from like analyzing mode to it steps back like surprised, and it does check mark. So we're teaching the endo, which can be, I guess, assumed that much. But no one's pointed out how we taught it wrong. We taught it that instead of birthday cake, or kid, birthday cake and kid match. The game itself knows it's wrong with the X. But the endo goes, oh, that's right? Like, either that's just a screw up and you can mess around and have like an extra life, or exclusive to the PlayStation, there's Mystic Hippo, which is going to guide us. So that could be one of the things of, if you teach it wrong, it changes it, because who's that going to end up being? It could end up being Freddy. It could end up being Bonnie. And I'm just spitballing there. But like, we're teaching that endo wrong, and what are the implications from that? Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be like, be able to have its own like thought process, more or less, and realize that, hey, I can think independently and just make the choices for itself and not necessarily have to listen to whatever it's programmed to do, which can sometimes be bad but sometimes be good. But yeah, that's just one thing, that's just what stood out for me in there. The rest of the trailer looked amazing. I'm excited. I think a lot of people are excited for DJ Music Man section and the Foxy ride, of course, since we didn't get to see Foxy and Ruin. But I just wanted to point that out because I was like, that seems kind of weird and no one's talking about it. So I think it's going to be a bigger factor than people have picked up on, because no one's picked up on it. Secondly, I haven't heard anyone or seen anyone talk about this either, is in the DLC for Security Breach and Security Breach, the Ruin DLC. Again, if you guys don't know, the ending, us as Cassie, we get to the ending area, and it's like one of the, I call it like the security doors like you see in like FNAF 1, let's say. That is down. We have to use the computer to open the door, and then use the forklift conveniently nearby. We have to use that forklift with our Faz wrench. Forklift plows through the concrete into the little room. I think people are speculating it to be Fazbear's Don't Shoot the Messenger if I'm in the wrong pizzeria. And the Mimic's in there. And then it's like, oh, wait a second. Actually, I tried writing a script, because I tried not to go too off base, but I wrote the perfect little thing where it's like, Yeah, Cassie finds her best friend down there. She'd rather die for. In the not so scary basement, 50 feet below. No biggie. Like, we go down so many sections and she's still like, yeah, this is normal. I'm gonna save you, Gregory. Like, whoa. I feel like there should be like a poll or like a quiz and being like, if you were in Cassie's shoes, where would you have jumped off the train? Like, where would you have been like, you know, like, you're my friend, but I draw the line here. Anyway, Roxy, who we thought was dead, ends up coming in when the mimic starts approaching us, fighting off the mimic, and buys Cassie time to go out the other way. And this is the part where I haven't seen anyone talk about, because like, at first I didn't even think about it until like I like to just think about things, and I was like, wait a second, the tunnel we follow out, that's on the other side of the wall. The forklift that broke the door kept going and broke a wall out. There happen to be tunnels there, and as we know, as we're being chased, I say chased loosely, some are dead ends, some lead to the Brazil ending, and then you get farther down, you can go left if you unlocked all the cameras, to the scooper ending, go straight down the hallway to the elevator ending. And I know a lot of people are speculating that elevator, with the elevator being there, and the scooper room right nearby being sister location, which I can see that happening, but no one has said why the tunnels are there. Like I said, where we find the mimic, that's on the other side of the wall. Nothing was digging out from that room towards the elevator. Someone was in the elevator digging back towards the rooms looking for something. It was looking for where the mimic was. Looking for that location. Because it started in the elevator, of course, went out, scoopers right there, and then after that, the building structure goes from like half dirt, half building to just dirt tunnels. Cave system. So someone was tunneling down, almost made it to the building. Like they probably saw the wall, but they didn't break through. Who would be tunneling down there? Because, like I said, the forklift broke through the other side, so it wasn't already broken yet. So someone was tunneling down there, trying to get down there, either for the mimic or maybe the other costumes, looking for something else, perhaps. It's like, And I actually, like, I have a lot of note cards, and I have like a notebook going of like things that either strike me as odd, or I'm like, hey, I should try to remember that. And this is just one of those things, as long as like I have, like I said, a notebook going. And so maybe I'll be able to like come out with a concrete, more solid theory about this, of who's digging down there, but just something else I wanted to point out. Because I don't want to say it now, because I know without any sliver of proof, I'm definitely going to get crap for it. So yeah, I just want to put out. And lastly, what I wanted to point out, which I did hear, I think, on Rye Toast's YouTube video. I don't remember which one. It was like in the last few weeks, someone pointed out, which I saw it playing, but I saw the posters. But someone pointed out some of them are dirty and some of them are clean. And I was like, wait a second, I never realized that. I just saw the posters, and I was like, wait a second. Why? Like, in Bonnie, I'm going to say in Bonnie Bowl to start with. Bonnie Bowl. We have Chica, Freddy, Monty, and Roxy. Right off the bat, that should be a red flag. Because Monty is a poster. We don't have an old Bonnie poster hanging around. It's Monty's poster. Which, A, he wasn't part of the other... He wasn't a part of the quartet yet. He wasn't part of the quad. He was off on his own in Gator Golf. And if you believe Fazbear Entertainment's ride attraction, he was doing the one-man jug band thing. So that poster shouldn't even be there. But all four of those in Bonnie Bowl are dirty, have dust on them, what have you. So that's odd. But especially when you compare it to Foxy's log ride area, which I also have like another theory in general, but not enough proof for. Might be a later video, who knows. Is in Foxy's area, you're met with Freddy's poster first, I believe, then Roxy, then Monty, and then Chica. Freddy's is spotless, then Roxy's is dirty, Monty's is spotless, and then Chica's is dirty. Kind of like, whoa. Step back, again, because like I tried, how I see this is I see it, okay, as like, you can kind of use that as a timeline of when they joined the band. So, okay, Monty was in Bonnie Bowl. Fine. You could argue, I guess, Bonnie doesn't have a poster because they were redoing it, even though it was in the back area of Bonnie Bowl that they closed off, wouldn't let anyone out because it said keep out. Okay, fine. I might let someone have that. But then when you go to Foxy's, in my head, I'm thinking Foxy was closed before Bonnie. I'm not necessarily sure if that's the case or not, but that's what I was under the assumption of. But then Monty's poster is clean. So that makes me think, like, okay, that's a new poster. That makes sense. He was before Bonnie got the commission, but there's no Bonnie poster because memes. But then Roxy's is dirty. So that means Roxy was there along with Monty and Bonnie. Like, she's not new. She was already in the Pizzaplex. Foxy went bye-bye, and we're like, oh, we'll just elevate Roxy up like they did Monty. That's what I'm thinking there. But on top of that, Freddy's poster is new. And along with him, and I know this is a big debate, having the prototype on his foot could allude to it being a second Freddy. Maybe, maybe not. I think the posters are definitely going to be a key to, which, again, would have helped having a Bonnie poster, of knowing when the rides were closed, who went first, Bonnie or Foxy. And if I can get a little more cohesive evidence for both of those, to make a theory video on their own of why those posters matter. But yeah, these are the three things I just kind of want to touch base on, especially the trailer one, since Help Wanted 2 is coming out tomorrow. I do not have a PS5, so I won't be able to play it. But I'll be watching someone... I don't think it's coming out on the computer until after. I don't think it's coming out in release.
Raito says coming out the same day.
Is it coming out in release on the computer? Oh, my wallet's gonna be hurting. But yeah, those are the theories I want to touch on. Let me know your thoughts down below on them. And like I said, I'd love to hear them. I have a notebook going of what I think, and like note cards. Note cards are upstairs, and just kind of things to keep in the back of our head, and just be like, huh, wonder why that's the case. So I hope you guys enjoy theory crafting as much as I do, and let me know down below. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good night, everyone.